Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Lisa and this is Hobby Beauty. It's been a while, I know, like almost 2-3 weeks. Oh my gosh. So we're going to do a monthly favorites. This is actually going to be for the last 2 months because I didn't do a monthly favorites last month from what I can remember. And some of these are old favorites, some of these are new favorites, just like things that I've been loving for the past month. And I wanted to say that I am safe. I am under quarantine, and I hope all of you are safe during this weird time in our society. So yeah, starting up, we're gonna go with primer. This is the Matte Putty Primer by e.l.f. You know from past videos that I love the Poreless Putty Primer. This is what she looks like. I love how I refer to makeup as he or she, but this putty primer has a pink tone to it, but the matte putty primer has a white tone to it, and it is the putty consistency. It is it'll make your look very matte. So I like to pair it with a matte foundation because that is the look that I like, is a matte look. So that is the first thing. The second thing is an old favorite, but I've been using it a lot this month. It is the Smashbox, the original Photo Finish Smooth and Blur Primer. This is very similar consistency, not consistency, but it'll smooth and blur. This is a poreless, so it helps fill in your pores, but this one also helps fill in your pores. So I like to interchange these two, the putty primer and the Smashbox primer. So that is my second favorite. Third favorite is going to be the Anastasia eye primer. It is small, but it is mighty. This stuff works so well. It's one of my favorites and is a staple in my collection. The next up is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Fix in Light Beige. I've only used this a few times, but I really like it to carve out my brows. So this is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Fix. It's new to my collection, but I really, really like it. Next up, we have foundation. For foundation, it's the Milani Screen Queen Foundation. This is supposed to be a luminous natural skin finish. It's supposed to have buildable light to medium coverage, long wear, and it helps with protecting against blue light. My dog's making some noise there. So next up we have blush. For blush I have this blush from Colourpop. It is a Super Shock Cheek, Satin Cheek in pre-nup. It is a light pink and it is well used already. So that is that one. It came with one of the palettes collections from with Ulta Beauty, one of the collections. It had this and another cheek product mixed together. That's why it's got the purple packaging. That is Forget Me Not Super Shock Cheek. So this is a pearlized one. So these two came together in a set. But you can get pre-nup all by itself too. It just won't be in the purple packaging. Next up, we have another blush palette. This is new to my collection. It's the Saharan Blush Palette Volume 2. Can't even think. Juvia's Place, sorry. Juvia's Place, the Saharan Blush Palette Volume 2. And the shades that I really love are B and Zoba. I have also tried Yara, but I haven't tried these three yet. So that's the blush palette. I've been looking for a purple blush for a while. I have another one, but I really like how this one's kind of neutral as well. So that is that. Next up, we're gonna talk about more eye palettes. I've been loving the Bare Necessities palette. This is a staple in my collection. This is what it looks like. It's 30 pan palette, and it's got all neutral shades in it. Definitely go to. I definitely love going to this shade Full Expose for an overall lid shade after I put on my primer to kind of set my primer. So that is Bare Necessities. Next up we have the Colourpop So Jaded palette with Kathleen Lights Collab. This is also a 30 pan palette. I have a few go-to looks with this palette that I've done. I can do a tutorial on that. If you guys want that, let me know. But this is what she looks like. And it's all jewel tones, different jewel tones in there. So that is the So Jaded palette. Next up, we have the You Are a Cutie palette. This is collab with Ulta Beauty and Colourpop. This is what she looks like, very Valentine's Day. I did do a tutorial on the Valentine's Day look for this one. So that's You Are a Cutie. That was where the pre-nup blush came in. That was the collab with Ulta and the two blushes. So that is You Are a Cutie. Definitely love this shade in the corner. That is First Date. Definitely, that is a cute shade to do all over the crease. So, love that palette. Next up, we have the Flutterby palette. Whenever I want to do a cool tone look, I go to this palette. It has got purples and mauves, or mauves as you want to call it. Whoever, you know, different people say different things. So mauves or mauves. And it's definitely like a very nice cool toned palette. So I definitely love this one. Next up, because we had St. Patrick's Day, as you can tell by my nails, St. Patrick's Day nails, the Just My Luck palette was a go-to palette for this month. This is what she looks like. I did not get the Meant to Be palette from Colourpop yet. That's more of a pastel toned. This is more of just a green palette. So I like to mix this with the next palette that has been a go-to palette, which is the Good as Gold palette by Colourpop. And that's what she looks like. I definitely mixed the greens and golds together for St. Patrick's Day and came up with a really creep look. So that is that. Now the two palettes that are last, the Blush Crush palette and the Nude Mood palette. Blush Crush looks like this. I did a video on it. It was really, really cute. It's got those blushy tones in there, and you can make so many different looks even with just this palette. So that is the Blush Crush palette. The Nude Mood palette, I believe I did another video on that one. That's what she looks like, and I was pleasantly surprised. I did not think that I needed this palette in my collection based on the fact that I have the Coconuts palette, which I haven't even talked about today, or the Bare Necessities palette, but this palette is completely different. Even though it's neutrals, it's completely different and definitely a staple in my collection. Next up, let's talk about brows. For brows, I've been loving two products. The first one is the Makeup Revolution. This is the medium brown, and this was in their cannabis collection. So this one is definitely it's a brow gel. It's become a staple in my collection, as well as I've gone back and I've started using my Benefit brow products again, and I've been loving, this is the mini Goof Proof brow pencil, and this is in the shade 3, and I just think that it makes your brows amazing. So Benefit has definitely been back on my list. For lips, we have quite a few products. First up, we have the Lippy Balm by Colourpop. This has been a staple in my collection as well. It's been in my purse every single day and I use it constantly. I've tried the Maybelline, I forget what these are called. Oh, here it is, Superstay Matte Ink Lip Colors. This one's in the shade 10 Dreamer. I definitely think these last all day and are a cheap alternative to another lipstick that I really love. I have 4 of them here. Some of these I've had for a long time. This is Kylie Cosmetics, and this is in the shade Exposed. It's like a yellowish bronze brown shade, nude almost. It's definitely cute, as well as, let's see, this is in the shade Kristin. This is what I like to wear when I like to wear more of a reddish toned lip. It's a reddish brown shade. This is 20. This is what I have on my lips today. It is a like mulberry purple shade. And then this one is a very, very bright pink. It has surprised me. And it is, if you want a loud, bright color on your lips, this is a bright pink. Surprise Me is your shade. Last but not least, for lips, we have the Fenty Beauty. This is in Fussy. This is a gloss bomb. And this has been in my purse every single day. I love this shade. For eyes, we have mascaras here. This is the Opening Act Lash Primer by Tarte. I use this constantly on my lashes before I even put on mascara. But the mascara that I am obsessed with is the On the Rise NYX mascara. Used other mascaras, but for some reason I keep coming back to this one. And then this is the Clinique, I forget what this is called, hold on. This is the black mascara, but this is for your bottom lashes. It's a tiny little wand. So it helps you get into those bottom lashes without getting mascara all over your bottom of your eye, like underneath where your lashes are. So those are just a few of the favorites that I've had for the last few months. Let me know down below what you guys have been loving, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!